let's clear up the confusion. How to row for your lats versus your upper back. All right guys, in this video today, what I want to clear up is how we were going to use a machine and then free weights to row for either our lats or our upper back. So I'm going to throw you 3 different variations of things we can do today. And the first thing we're going to start with here is going to be this Cybex machine row. So just because you don't have this Cybex piece isn't a big deal. This can be done on a seated cable row. This can be done with any hammer strength machine. But what I want to think about is hand placement, hand spacing, and then where our elbows are going in relation to our torso for what's going to target either our lats or our upper back. All right guys, for our lats, I prefer personally to take a shoulder width, either neutral or semi-supinated, meaning underhand, grip. And I'm thinking about driving my elbows back and down, not letting my traps bring into the equation. So I do that by depressing my shoulder, and then what I envision is scraping my elbows and forearms on the floor as I pull back, but then also when I let it out on the negative. All right, and now for the upper back on this row machine. Now, you can still use a neutral grip, but actually what's gonna target even more is gonna be an overhand or pronated grip here, where I'm keeping my elbows high, almost parallel to the floor, and I wanna think about squeezing my shoulder blades together to get that like mid to low trap involved. So let's say you work out in a garage gym at your house and all you have is dumbbells and barbells. Perfectly fine. We can do this with an incline dumbbell row. Same premise we do with that Cybex piece, but now what we're gonna do is we're gonna focus on with the lat biased row here. I'm gonna do a neutral grip, and I'm thinking about driving my elbows back and my hands almost towards my hips. Good. All right, now onto the upper back. So with this, I take a pronated or even a semi-pronated, and I'll show you both these variations. And I'm thinking about pulling high. So instead of pulling back towards my hips, I'm really trying to draw it out to the side of my body. And I'm squeezing, again, everything through those shoulder blades. So there's actually getting some rear delt in it too. So if you struggle or lack muscle in the rear delt, this is a great addition to your week because you're getting a little bit of carryover on top of all the direct rear delt work that you do. So if you notice the difference between the pronated and the semi-pronated, I'm still targeting my upper back. It just slightly works a little bit different. And actually, if I'm being more honest, I feel better connection and feel like I can get a better range of motion with a semi-pronated grip. So play around with both those techniques and those grips or hand placements and see which one feels better to you and your upper back. MD special here, 1-arm barbell rows and the Meadows rows. So not only do I want to show you this for the lat bias versus the upper back bias, but I want to teach a little bit here because I hear so many people show the Meadows row and they say it's lat, and it can be if you do it poorly. Will it get some lat indirectly? Yes, but we're targeting with a Meadows row directly your upper back. So we'll get into it in a minute. But first, let's get into this 1-arm barbell row and why it's so great for nailing and drilling your lat, even into your lower lat. So let's talk about setup and form. So I like to stand directly to the left. I have my feet slightly staggered. I'm gonna grab with the butt of my hand all the way against the collar. Again, that's in a neutral grip. And I'm thinking about driving my elbow towards my hip, simultaneously raising my chest. So the reason I like that for the lat is it allows me to really stretch it. So if you notice when I was doing the bottom portion of that, I'm really getting the stretch of my lat, and I'm thinking about driving my elbow back towards my hip. And I'm telling you right now, I did, what's that, 6 reps, and my lats are thumping. So this 1-arm barbell row smashes the lat. Now, let's say you're gonna come over and you hit your upper back. So let's do that with the Meadows row. So first I'm gonna show you how to do the Meadows row properly. Grab the end of the bar and then elbow up and high. 1, 2, 3. Look at that, all upper back. See that form there? It's up and out, not around. This is what a lot of people are making the Meadows row into. Let me show you the wrong way to do it. They're trying to tuck it, trying to tuck the elbow. And if you're gonna tuck the elbow, why wouldn't you just come around here, tuck the damn thing, and do 1-arm barbell row? Logic, right? Do exercises what they're meant to do, meant to target. Don't try to force a square into a circle peg. It's not gonna work. There you have it, guys. Rowing for your lats versus biasing the upper back. 2 very different techniques and forms, and all stems from elbow drive and location. Now, and also you could say stems from grip, but I'm gonna get him to sit right there. So let's say I'm doing a seated cable row, and I'm doing a neutral grip. I can pull that high towards my sternum and drill everything across my upper back. But that to me is, again, whether we're targeting our lats or our upper back is completely driven by our elbow placement. So high versus tucked, okay? So that's why you'll see a lot of times people will say, oh, well, I wanna really drill my lats. I wanna do an underhand grip. That's because you can keep your elbow tucked close to your side and get after that muscle tissue optimally. So next time you go into the gym, guys, for back day, think about where your elbows are going and then where you're trying to target. And if you have any questions, make sure you post them in the comments below, as I always answer every single comment. If you like this video, guys, like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, Prism TV.